Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to do a quick update. I am out here in the raised bed garden. We got the raised bed garden and then my cut flower farm over there. That's my future cut flower shed. And that's where our pool was, but got a bunch of holes in it this past winter. We got to get a new one. But I figured I would just come out here quick and give you a quick little look at the garden. It's a weedy mess right now. I had some blueberries and some grow bags in this one, carrots and things in these two. You can see some of the carrots are going to seed that didn't get harvested. And then these 4 beautiful square 3x3 beds of strawberries. I planted 1 in each corner of these beds, and now there are just hundreds of strawberry plants in here and just hundreds of beautiful strawberries that I've been harvesting every day as I have time anyways with a newborn. This fall I'm gonna have to get in here and dig a bunch of those out because it's almost impossible to harvest them. They are spreading runners into the walkways. And then this one got, when I got pregnant, I was not able to keep up on the weeds on this one. This one was planted a little bit later than those 4, so it's doing okay, but not as good as those. That one also had carrots that are going to seed. And these 2, I think I had ranunculus and anemones in the spring, and then cabbage. No, I had cabbage and ranunculus and anemones in the other one. And then I didn't put anything else in here, so we've got lots of weeds and mint and chamomile that's taken over. I've got landscape fabric in some of these beds. I've got to get rid of all this grass and weeds so that I can do the rest of it. And I've got drip irrigation in some of them, but I've got to do it to the rest of them. So here's just a little before shot of these beds, and hopefully here in a couple weeks I can show you an update on these beds, and they will look a lot better, a lot less weedy, and more purposeful plants in them instead of things that have overwintered and grown just by nature planting them. Real quick, I will come over here to the cut flower garden, and then that's my tomato trellis area back there. We just got the tomatoes planted finally. This is my 5th year cut flower farming. Well, it's my 5th year since starting the cut flower farm, but this year I'm taking off because of having the baby. So I just let whatever perennials were in here grow back, and then I'm trying to keep control of the weeds as they come up. You can see I'm not doing a very good job, but that's okay. I'm, still only a couple months postpartum. I still have a newborn, so that's understandable. I gotta give myself grace in that department, even though it stresses me out. I'm at least trying to keep them from going to seed. I came in here and just by hand popped off all the flowers to the weeds that were about to go to seed. If I can control that a little bit, that will give me a little less stress. The compost that I put in here, you can see some of it's coming in from the lawn, these viney weeds, but a lot of it is because it was in the compost already. I purchased from a bulk compost distributor, I guess you would call it, and they usually have really good compost, but I guess it wasn't finished or something, and it had a ton of weed seeds in it, unfortunately. So I'm going to be dealing with weeds in this area for several years probably. I did plant a few Sweet William and a few Celosia earlier this spring. I knew I wouldn't be able to plant too much, but I did want to get just a few things seeded, and my husband helped me plant those the other day, and then we pulled a few of the weeds. But like I said, I just mainly am going to just be controlling them from producing seed this year. Oh, and let me show you the inside of the greenhouse. It was a very, very, very out of control, weedy mess in here, and he helped me. Well, he cleaned it all up for me the other day. I had a bunch of tables in here. All these had I had some kind of animal come in here and knock everything off the tables. And then I had some spiky amaranth go to seed. It was 7 foot tall in here last year, but I was very pregnant and did not have the energy to come out here and do anything about it. So it dropped a ton of seed. So we're going to have an issue with those coming back up this year, or for the next several years most likely. But that's going to be it. Just a quick little update. You can see all of the tons of strawberries. Some of them are already getting rotten on the plant because I've just not been able to keep up with it. I cannot believe the production of these strawberry plants. I usually grow them in containers, and every year I have to replant more because 90% of them die. And I don't know if it's that they get too wet, too dry, too cold. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely not messing around with containers anymore. I've never had such tall, huge, healthy plants. You can see just how many were on each plant. Each one of these had 10, and there was at least 4 or 5 on each plant. So I mean, just loaded. Each one just totally loaded with strawberries. Usually I get 2 or 3 strawberries per plant. I did have raspberries in the center of these 2 beds, and my husband thought they were weeds and cut them very, very, very deep to the ground. Unfortunately, they're coming back, but unfortunately we're not going to have any raspberries this year, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to get to work while I have a little bit more time and a little bit more energy. See you guys in the next one.